Hey, what's up, Juggalos? Pope coming through with another within 2 weeks exclusive interview for Faygoluvers.net. On the phone right now, I have my boy Corporal Robinson. What's up, Corp?
What up, man? What up, Juggalos?
How's everything going, man? Everything good?
Man, just getting hyped for this motherfucking gathering, dog.
Hell yeah. Well, first off, thanks for stopping through and just taking the time to hang out and shoot the shit. But first off, I gotta know what's going on with JCW. Slam TV's been in full effect, and everything's just a freaking mess. What's going on?
Man, this season is wilder and crazier than ever, man. There's all crazy shit going down. You got Tracy Smothers coming back after Tony with his freaking daughter and shit. You got Boondocks getting involved in that whole deal. You had Raven and them jumping me from behind. Man, you got the tag team tournament. It saw all kind of faces in that bitch. There's so much shit going on, man. Plus, I smoke a lot of blunts, dog. It's hard for myself to keep up with that shit.
Speaking of smoking blunts, just what does Isabella do in the back room? Anybody? I think a lot of people want to know.
I think at the moment I'm gonna leave it purely speculation, but y'all know what the fuck she be doing.
That's awesome. So yeah, like I said, Slam TV season 2 is off the hook. So not to get into any drama or anything, but the whole thing going on between you, that fat ass Slim Goody, Sabu,
Fuck
Raven,
him.
it really kind of came to a head on episode 4. Did you get your belt back
Right.
yet, or what the hell's going on?
Man, that motherfucker still stole my shit, but that's alright, cause he won't be able to steal it for much longer. He's got that little fat ass little faggot running around named Slim Goody, doing all his little bitty dirty work shit. I got boys too though. Like last time he tried to jump me and shit, my boy Sabu come out of nowhere, stabbing motherfuckers in the head. And that's what happens, man. A family, man, he better watch himself at the motherfucking gathering, because he might have fucking 10,000 juggalos stabbing him.
So anybody that's into wrestling knows the history. God, incredible history between Raven and Sabu.
Oh, ridiculous. Back in ECW and everything.
Are them guys at each other's throats or what?
Well, Sabu hates Raven anyway. You know what I'm saying? And when he see him attacking me and shit, he said, yeah, that's all he can fucking handle. He come out there stabbing his ass. Which, I'm kind of glad he did, because at that point in time, I was getting jumped and my fabulous fro was getting shaved off my head.
I love the fro, by the way.
Yeah, the fro, that was some new shit. But it's gone now. It's kind of working its way back. We'll see where it's at the gathering.
Sabu been having flashbacks to the late 90s?
Sabu's Sabu, man. It doesn't matter, man. He's so fucking crazy anyway. You just piss off Sabu, you're going to get a chair in your fucking face or stabbed in your eye.
So let me get this right. You're the champ, but Raven
Right.
has your belt.
Yeah, he stole that shit.
That must make you feel like shit. Just what happened with the whole situation? How are you gonna get that belt back?
Well, one, he's got to fucking bring it to Bloody Mania. He's got to the fucking Bloody Mania. And we get that steel cage set up, and there ain't nowhere where he can fucking hide. All I'm gonna do is have a juggalo love behind me and smash his fucking face in that cage like I did Holy Trent Acid's fucking fat ass face. Trent Acid was the last person to step to me, and took the world title. Raven fucking didn't even beat me. At least fucking Trent Acid had the gumption to pull some stupid shit, and actually pin me. Raven can't even do that shit. He has to jump me from behind or have his fucking cronies fucking jump me. He knows what's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna crush his fucking cranium. Raven was a shit back in '94, but it's 2008, motherfucker. It's a whole new era. Last year with Scott Hall, everybody thought I didn't have a chance against Scott Hall. Scott Hall felt the boot camp. Then after that, me and him come homies. And JWO's form with Jay and Shags and shit. So, who knows? Raven might end up getting a beat down of his fucking life. And then after that, realizing, man, it ain't no fun playing against the Juggalos at court. And decide to jump shit. That'd probably be in his best interest. Because right now, I feel like murdering that fucking fool.
If you can't beat him, join him, right?
Right, that's smart on their tactic, because, hey, there ain't nothing but family love around this bitch.
Well, you've been the champ in several different federations in your time. I know you've won a lot in IWA, several other different federations. But
Combat Zone, Pro Wrestling Unplugged, IWA Mid South, Elite Pro. I got 3 world titles right now.
So, but Out of all of the experience you have and all of the federations you've been in, just what does being the JCW champion mean to you?
Well, man, it means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing all the juggalos everywhere in the fucking world. It doesn't matter where they're at or where they come from or anything. Every time I step foot in that ring, I'm representing them. You know, I'm representing what we stand for. I'm representing what we're all about. You know, in a society that looks down on whatever we do or whatever's being said or whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. With us, we're who we're going to be. That ain't ever going to change. We're always going to be us. You know, and it feels real good being able to come in there as the world champion and bust motherfuckers' heads and rep that hatchet real fucking hot. Because whether I win or lose, I'm always repping the hatchet.
Hell yeah. So picture this. You're sitting backstage, right? You're getting ready to come out, and you know there's somebody out there with a weapon, their fist, whatever, just wanting to beat your ass. What CD do you put into the CD player?
Oh, shit, man. Anything on a psychopathic label. You know what I'm saying? I'll be bumping, man, come on now. You put me on the spot on that question because there's so much freshness right there. I go through the whole catalog, dog, to tell you the truth. I go through the whole motherfucking catalog.
Is there any one specific song that just makes Corporal Robinson punch holes in the wall?
You know, Secondhand Smoke, Halls of Illusions. You know, there's a bunch. There's a shitload. There's a shitload of them. You know, anything upbeat that gets us going. We Don't Die gets me going insane. You know, there's all kinds of freshness that be getting me all fucking geek.
That's awesome. So, back in the day, I saw some CZW Tournament of Death wrestling. So, yeah. So, but this was before any Juggalos or Psychopathic even knew about Corporal Robinson, and you came out showing Juggalo love. You had the jersey on. You were bumping the music. Just right. Exactly how did you get into the Juggalo lifestyle? Like what drew you to it?
Man, just the way it is, man. Just what it stands for. It drew me back right when I first started in the business. You know, we're going back to 95, 96. You know, just what it stands for. You know, that's what drew me to it. You know, and I was different. I was different than everybody else. I was showing them what the fuck was up. You know, they didn't know what the fuck was up right then, but then they see me repping it, and then all of a sudden everybody else is starting repping it. You know, and we got a big-ass fucking shit going down. You know, and that's all it was, man. You know, that's who I am. That's what I'm a part of. That's my lifestyle. That's what I love. That's what I do for a fucking living. You know, that's where I spend 90% of my days is making juggalos happy, whether it's behind the scenes or in front of the scenes. That's all I fucking concern myself with is making sure that they're fucking happy.
You mentioned the behind the scenes thing. Like what do you do behind the scenes of Psychopathic? Like what's Corporal Robinson's office look like? Like what's it full of? What's your job?
Oh my God, my job's about 1,000 different titles. You know what I'm saying? I just make sure shit goes down, make sure everything's straight, make sure Jay and Shaggy's good, making sure our sets are tight, making sure shit's going smooth. You know, making sure nobody's just being there for the crew. You know, making sure everything's tight, making sure that show goes well. So you know, that's what I do. And when I'm in that ring, I bust people's heads.
So
that's what's up.
You're the point man and the enforcer. Is that right?
Pretty much. You know, that's what I do, man. I just make sure shit goes good. That's my job. Make sure everything goes good, and that might mean 5 different tactics. It might mean 25 different tactics. It's just I just make sure shit goes good for my boys. You know what I'm saying? Watching by those are my homies, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are my boys. You know, that's what's up.
Awesome. Well, it's obvious that the Juggalos have been a big influence to you in your life. But
no doubt.
What else has influenced your career? Like, I mean, obviously at some point in your life you sat down and you said, you know what? Like, this wrestling thing, this is for me. This is what I want to do. Like who or what has influenced you in that?
You know, Terry Funk, Cactus Jack, early ECW. Basically, my deal is putting realism back in wrestling. You know, a lot of people want to come out, that's a work. When you watch my matches, 90% of my matches, you're like, that fucking shit was real. Them motherfuckers ain't playing. He's throwing real punches. That shit just shattered over his fucking face. That's the shit I do, man. I put reality, I put reality back in the business they tried to kill. I put when you believe that when everybody's like, man, that's all phony bullshit. When you watch my shit, you're like, dude, that shit was fresh as fuck. Them motherfuckers, he just jumped off the goddamn balcony on that fucking asshole. That wasn't fake. He just smashed that fucking tube across his fucking cutting from here to here. He just tongued him up in that fucking barbed wire and cut his fucking face. You know, that's the shit I be doing. You know what I'm saying? I like be doing that crazy, wacky shit, you know? Shit to people, somebody else, that once again, it goes back to shit nobody else does. I'm on that different shit. I'm on that different level. I can lock up, throw a hip toss, an arm drag, and a drop kick, but I'd much rather punch you in the fucking face and hit you with a light bulb, too.
So, any specific... sorry about that. I got a little mixed up. So, the next question I had was, if you could go back in time, you know, anywhere from the beginning of WWE to present, and you could just get in the ring and just throw down, just fist to fist, no bullshit with anybody, who would it be?
Oh, right now, Raven.
Raven.
That's what. Right, early ECW. Raven. That's who the fuck I'd want to punch in the fucking face, because that's who I'm thinking about right now. And so even if I could go back to anything, it wouldn't even matter. It goes back to right motherfucking now. And right now, Raven's got my fucking world title that he don't deserve. So if I had to say right now today, I go back in '98 and I do what Dreamer was doing and kick his fucking face in the arena.
Oh, now there's a dream match you just mentioned. Corporal Robinson versus Tommy Dreamer.
Hey, you never know.
Now,
you never know, JC
that would
Dub.
be a brawl right there.
Yeah, that's some shit right there. I heard a lot of people say I look like Dreamer too back in the day when I was wrestling. So.
Dude, everybody hates the angle that WWE's been portraying with Dreamer, because that guy can carry a show like nobody else.
Man, they so misuse that guy. He can do so much more shit than what. But Vince does that shit all the time, man. You know. But they're the big dogs there. You know what I'm saying? So they make their own fucking rules. You know, it just ain't my style of shit. You know, but they could do so much more with fucking with Dreamer.
Well, all right. Well, turning the page real quick, like we mentioned earlier. Not only Bloody Mania is coming up. That's just 2 hours one night. The entire gathering is coming up. 4 days. What's 4 days? What's 24 times 4? That's a shitload of hours. So,
that's a shitload.
So it's coming up.
I promise you, I'll be up for every fucking one of them, too.
It's coming up. You excited or what?
What's that, Peter?
I said, are you excited for the gathering?
Man, I'm so geek, man. The gathering is like fucking a godsend every year. That's like, we make that trip from Big D Town, we go all the way down to motherfucking Cayman Rock. And man, we just know there's going to be nothing but freshness and fresh stories and parties and girls getting naked and juggalos seeing each other for the first time in motherfucking a year and everybody in the world partying on the same fucking page. And nothing but freshness going down, you know? Mm-hmm. And, you know, when there's like a little bit of stomach into the juggalo school, that shit, man. You know, and that's what's so dope about the gathering, man. Man, it's our party. It's our shit. You know, it's what we do.
Dude, it's like you said, man. There's like 10 people that I haven't seen in a year. I can't wait to see, like, Jay and Mo. And, dude, I could go on. I could name, like, 15 names of people that I just cannot wait to see this year.
And, you know, everybody's chilling by the campfire. Everybody's got their fucking drinks with them. Everybody's smoking that good chronic from everywhere in the world. There's bud. You're smoking bud from goddamn Afghanistan to China in that bitch. You might smoke it in one motherfucking round. And then you're off to the next fucking little campsite with the more freshness going on right there. You know, it's so hard to explain a gathering if you ain't never been. You know, the people are like, what is it? It's like, it's the best time in the world. If you don't know, you don't got your tickets right now, you're fucking up. Because you're missing fucking stories that you're going to tell your fucking grandkids the rest of your life. That's what goes down to gathering. It's history-making shit. Every time. The seminars, everything that goes down is all history-making. And if you miss it, man, you miss that boat. That boat just slipped right past your crib, man.
Totally. Dude, I just cannot wait. So, main stage this year, who you looking forward to see?
ICP. That's who I'm looking forward to see.
That's what everybody's
looking
forward
to see. That's where my money's on. You know, that's where I'll be. You know, there's a lot of freshness going to be that. Ice-T's going to be in that bitch. 3-6 Bobby's going to be in that bitch. Our homies Twisted to be down there. You know what I'm saying? There's so much, man. Just like the wrestlers, man. There's so much dopeness there. You can't go wrong with the main stage or the side stage. There's like 190 fucking bands. You know, of all kind of freight. You can hear everything you want to hear at the motherfucking gathering.
And I think I can speak for the Juggalos when I say if I'm in the pit and I see Corporal Robinson coming, I'm getting the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, that might not be a bad plan.
Well, as more on the gathering, JCW's a little bit different this year. Like we always used to see JCW shows during the daytime. You know, like standing out in the beating ass sun, throwing dead fish in the ring, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But this year things have changed a bit. What's up with JCW at the gathering this year?
Well, you know what's going down, man, is Friday night we got oddball wrestling, and it's at midnight, and so the sun ain't beating everybody to death, and everybody ain't dying and shit. You know, and JCW, man, it's blowing up on its own little way, man. Where Bloody Mania is what it's about. You know, so why put 4 other shows out there? Well, we're all ready for Bloody Mania. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're waiting on that bitch, dog. The same thing we're waiting on is what the fans are waiting on. We're ready to get in there at Bloody Mania, you know, and that's what JCW is going down. JCW is going down Saturday night at midnight. Bloody Mania hits Friday night at midnight. You got oddball wrestling, which you don't want to miss that either, because we got a lot of death matches and shit going down there. There's some fucking I think there's even a gorilla versus a man match. There's all kind of crazy going on.
There's gonna be a gorilla wrestling.
Yeah, well, you know that's the plan. There's gonna be a gorilla versus a man.
Not a gorilla monsoon, but a real actual gorilla.
Oh, a gorilla.
That's great, man.
I'm telling you, I heard there might even be midgets running around.
Well, I got.
You know what I'm saying? So.
I gotta warn you though, man. If you think the Juggalos are crazy during the daytime, throwing shit in the ring, I can't even imagine what it's gonna be like at night when they're all drunk and stupid.
Well, you know, hey, that shit happens. You know, you just gotta take your lumps with your lumps. I think 90% of them love me. You know, so I mean, I'm usually pretty good, but there ain't nobody safe. They'll pop you just so they can pop you. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are.
Well,
you get Jay and Shaq and get caught. You know, right in the middle of the crossfire.
It's got to be a real thrill for you wrestling under the lights of all things at the gathering. I mean, there's no bigger stage for a Juggalo, right?
No, none. That's it. You know, that's our WrestleMania. You know, that's the biggest show of the fucking year.
You get Boondocks
singing
the national
the main
anthem.
event of it two years in a row is just, to me, is mind blowing.
I said you guys could get Boondocks singing the national anthem and shit.
Possibly, you know what I'm saying? Him and Tony probably be drinking. No, you know what I'm saying? Him and fucking Tony, him and Two-Tub probably be drinking some shit.
That's great.
If I know them two. If I know Tony, I can 100% guarantee you he'll be drinking.
So we've all been watching Slam TV. We know Bloody Brothers, Pimp and Gimp, Zach Gowen, you know, Human Tornado, that asshole.
Yeah, they had some issues early.
Well,
but it seems like they may have got their shit together.
Yeah, that asshole Conrad and all those guys. You know, but on top of the Slam TV guys, who else are we going to see at the gathering this year?
Well, man, let me tell y'all, and it's only for y'all. I'm even going to let this out.
Exclusive.
You know what I'm saying? I'm exclusive right now. I'm going to give 3 names. All right? I'm going to give 3 of the 7 surprises it's going because, you know, we got a show coming up on the main event Tuesday where we got to drop the bombshells.
Oh, here's number 1.
Faygoluvers is my shit, so I got to give y'all some exclusive shit, too.
Number 1.
All right? I'm going to give you 1. It's Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Oh, classic.
All right? And you're going to see the return of Gangrel.
Ooh, are there going to be bloodbaths?
Of course.
Hell yeah.
And you will see fucking Chris Masters.
The Master
The
Piece?
Master Lock.
No shit. You think you could break out of the Master Lock?
He might. Yeah, I don't know. I can break out that bitch because I'll kick him in the fucking balls. You know what I'm saying? I'll break right out there, have a blunt, poke him in the eye.
So like we were talking about earlier, the tag team belts are on the line. You know, with the tag team titles were vacant because Pondo's a douchebag. No, I'm just kidding. I love Pondo. But so
actually, Necro.
Yeah.
The Pondo was there.
Well,
Necro went with Ring of Honor and all that. Well, yeah, whatever. Okay.
I know better than this Necro because next thing I know, he'll be knocking on my door.
Right, you never know that that bearded man will come out of the woods on you.
So the tag team belts on the line. We got the Weed Man and Billy Bong taking on the Bloody Brothers. right?
Right, that's gonna be the shit,
Hell
dog.
yeah.
That match is gonna be the shit.
So the Bloody Brothers, they've been around for years. I mean, these guys have fought anybody who's anybody. What can you tell us about them?
The Bloody Brothers?
Yeah.
They're fucking insane. That's what they are. I've had brawls with Ian Bloody for fucking decades. Let me tell you, I'll spill more blood with him than I probably have anybody in the wrestling business. You know, Lane Bloody, he's just like Ian, man, just like his brother. You know, he's fucking psychotic hillbilly, and I don't even think they're hillbillies. I think they're just white, you know, hanging out the trailer park, fucking putting the thing together, eating some fucking dip and shit, and just that's what they do: drink beer and fucking fight. Now they're that local fight club. You know, walk into the bar and there's that wrong dude that's over there spitting his shit in his can. You know, taking a couple of them beers, waiting for you to smart off so you can split his fucking head. But they're the type of guys that are waiting for that shit. Now, they're hoping you're coming in wanting to fight. You know, that's what they are. And the Weed Man and Billy Bonds, man, especially for us, the pot-smoking nations, there you go, right there. Weed Man and Billy Bonds. Because Weed Man be supplying that shit, and Billy Bond be eating up everything. You know, he's King Munchies over there, dog. We couldn't even keep the fucking locker room stocked with food on the tour because Weed Man and Billy Bond, between them smoking and Billy Bond coming fucking eating up everything.
So you got the classic matchup of the fucking brawling ass, dirty, bloody brothers against the high flying, crazy modern day wrestlers in the Weed Man and Billy Bong, right?
You got it. You got it. All in one package for the JCW World Tag Team Gold.
All right.
So, I mean, that's as big a stage as you get.
You got any predictions for us?
Man, I must have to, man, just because of my pot-smoking tendencies, I'm going to have to go with Weed Man and Billy Bong. But I think it's going to be a very narrow victory, is my prediction.
Awesome.
I think it's going to be real close. But if Ian and Lane Bloody catch one of them fools and one of them devastating finishers they got across some chairs or something, it's going to be good night, and there'll be a party in the trailer park.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Weed Man and Billy Bong are going to have the Juggalos on their side, right?
I'm assuming, but you never know with the Juggalos.
We got a lot of trailer park Juggalos.
You never know, man. You never know.
Well, on to the main event, like we were talking about earlier. Some mainstream WWE style guy. All right, he comes in from the outside to visit the family. All right, he comes in. He disrespects you and the Juggalos. Then he beats your ass and he steals your belt. I mean,
he didn't even beat my ass, though. He didn't beat my ass until his homie came in from behind.
Okay, well, you still got your ass beat.
I was beating the piss out of him at that point.
But you still got your ass beat. I mean, just how...
Yeah, I still got my ass kicked.
Just how pissed off are you?
Dog, you remember as mad as I was on Trent Acid in Philadelphia on that episode when I finally got a hold of him? Multiply that times 10, and that's where I'm at on Ravens. I'm going to make a statement on Ravens' face. And it's going to be the same bloody statement I made on Trent Acid's face. When I'm done with Raven, you can guarantee you, he won't be saying, quote, the Raven. He'll be understanding here and ringing in your head. You'll fear what you don't understand and hate what you can't conquer, bitch. That's all Raven's going to remember.
That shit gives me chills, dude. Let me say one thing. I wouldn't want to be in Raven's shoes, right?
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to fucking slash him.
All right, so the biggest question is this going to be a title match?
You know this is a title match. It's the main event of Bloody Mania. The title's on the fucking line.
So is this going to be one of the escape the cage and win matches, or are you going to have to make the dude submit, pin him, or what?
No, I think this is a pin. We always do a pinfall in JC. Now, the JCW officers might flip it up on me or something, but I'm going in that bitch. You gotta pin your opponent. No matter what, you got to pin your opponent. It can be on the floor. It can be up top. Man, I'm telling you, I'm coming off that cage. I'm telling you right now.
Are you gonna super fly it with the double arms in the air and go for it?
I'm telling you, I'm coming probably with that big ass leg drop across his fucking face.
I'll tell you one thing. I cannot wait till Saturday night when I'm standing front row and Corp climbs 20 feet in the air and screams out "woo woo" and jumps.
That's it, though. That's what the fuck's gonna go down. No matter what. I'm going to kill that fool. I'm going to take what's mine, and that's it. That's it. There's nothing else said. Fuck him, dog. I'm gonna get my motherfucking belt back. He didn't even beat me for it anyway, so fuck him. You know, it'd be different if he would have even, like, Trent. At least he fucked me out of the title. Trent was slick enough about it. Raven's so fucking stale, he can't even fucking trick me out of it.
Well, we touched on this earlier about your homies, but I gotta tell you, I gotta warn you, that Raven's gonna have sexy Slim Goody in his corner. So is Corp bringing any
Trust me,
backup?
I won't be coming alone.
Uh-oh.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So,
That's it. I'm not coming alone. I ain't alone anyway, man. I got nothing but family in that bitch.
Wait, you're gonna have
You know what I'm
5,000
saying?
people surrounding the ring with your back, but still.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know, if they come over top of that bitch, I don't know what Raven and Goody's gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit on top of them motherfuckers and just start jumping. Like, what?
So if you could pick any one person in history to be in your corner for the match, who would it be?
Any person in history? The Juggalos.
Ah, that's awesome.
That's who I got.
You sure you won't want some sexy chick like Sable or Sunny or something like that?
No, man, 'cause I wouldn't do nothing but fuck them and their man would get mad at me.
You get distracted?
Totally. I'd be trying to get my dick in her mouth or some shit.
Well, that's just what I expected from Corp, but another question. What exactly will it mean to you? Like, after the match is over and Raven's laying there a bloody mess, for you to fall to your knees and hold that belt against your chest once again?
That would be, once again, the most unbelievable feelings in the world. You know, I just gotta pull it off.
It's right up there with getting married, having your kids, everything, right?
No doubt. 100%. 100%. That's what I do. That's what I'm there to do. You know, that's my whole goal. If I don't succeed there, you'll see depressed motherfucking Court the rest of that together.
Well, I cannot wait to see that moment. But moving
I
on.
can't either, man.
Moving on a little bit, like Bloody Mania last year, everybody knows it's an instant underground classic. There's DVDs flying everywhere. Everybody loved it. What about a Bloody Mania 2 DVD? Do we know anything about that yet, or
I'm not 100%, but man, I'm telling you, man, if I know Psychopathic, you know you're gonna see it. You probably see it with the fucking selection of Slam TVs with the Bloody Mania 2. You know, 'cause that's history right there, man. And I'm 100% guaranteed for sure history will go down once again at Bloody Mania 2 on August 9th at motherfucking midnight. So you better hope y'all got your motherfucking tickets, or you better hope you're at least smart enough to sneak in there, bitch. 'Cause there ain't nothing but woods all around you. So if you ain't got your tickets, I don't want to hear it. There ain't no excuse. You can sneak in.
Yeah, cause we got juggalos listening to you and I right now that live in Italy. They live in Asia. They live in fucking Zimbabwe, wherever.
Right. So that video's coming for them.
That's awesome.
You know, them ones that can't be there because of, you know, whatever circumstances or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit's coming for y'all. Trust me, it's coming.
Well, and I don't think we even need to discuss a Slam TV Season 2 DVD, because that's an instant top seller right there. It's
gonna be the shit, man.
Dude, that shit's just hilarious and entertaining as can be. How about a Slam TV Season 3?
Well, hey, we'll just see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's all up to the juggalos, man. You know, it's what they want. It's how they get it. You know, if they're buying that shit, then they'll keep doing it. You know, it's all up to them. If they want that shit to keep coming and they keep loving that flavor, then they got to let people know. You know, they just got to get out there and let them know what's going on. You know, so I'm sure Psychopathic always delivers what they want. You know, that's how it goes.
So in the wrestling world, you got WWE, you got TNA. Obviously, those are the top two most successful promotions. Like, is it safe to say that JCW is, like, possibly the third biggest promotion with no TV?
I would definitely say that.
With no TV,
I'd say that wouldn't.
Like, no TV promotion, nothing but internet releases. I mean, like 2-3 live shows a year, maybe 4 or 5 if you count the tour. That's just awesome. It just shows the power.
That is. That's what makes motherfucking JCW so special. You know, I can go anywhere in the United States and there's juggalos showing up. It doesn't matter what part of the country I'm in. You know, they always show up repping it. You always hear that JC dub in the background. Even if there's only 3 of them, they sound like 550. So, I mean, it's loud in that bitch regardless. They drowning out everybody.
That's awesome. Well, let's take a turn into the history of Corporal Robinson. I got a couple more questions for you. So,
Okay.
so just how did you get started in wrestling? Who trained you? Where did you get started? I know you're from Milwaukee, for people who don't know, but just
I
how.
live there now. I wasn't originally from there.
Okay, all right. Where are you originally
I'll
from?
go into that.
All right, go ahead. Go
But
ahead. Like, how'd you
I'm
get
originally
started?
basically from Southern Indiana, and I started when I got out of the Marine Corps. When I got out of the Marine Corps, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to wrestle and shit. So I started with like some local feds, and then Tracy Smothers saw me, and that's when USWA was still running Jerry Lawler's promotion out of Mid-South. And he was running his spot. What ended up turning up being like their final days in the business. And Ian Rodnett started running IWA Mid-South down there, which was basically a real cult following there too, because it was the first time that area seemed like the blood and guts and the gore side of shit. And I was pretty much an up and comer, out of that area. And Ian and them had saw me, and then once I made that jump from USWA and KCW over to IWA Mid-South, then shit took a whole different twist on things. You know what I'm saying? Things started getting crazy. That's when I started getting nationally known everywhere. Me and Jay and Shaggy ended up hooking up probably about 4 or 5 years after I'd already been in the business, and I started doing that shit. And that led into now. We're talking 12, 13 years later.
So,
that's what happened.
Have you ever stepped in a ring and literally fought against Jay and Shaggy?
Yes. Yes, I have. I did on it was a benefit show for Sabu. The benefit show for Sabu. It was Jay, Shaggy, and the Rude Boy versus myself, Briar Wellington, and Zach Gowen.
Oh, that's a dream match right there. How'd you guys fare?
Me and Rudy bled all over the place on the floor, and Jay and Shaggy beat up Briar Wellington.
There's nothing like what I know. You and Rudy have never gotten along, but the two of you, great showmen.
That's purely speculation. We won't even get into none of that type of shit.
No, we're not going there anyways. But
yeah, I mean, everything's cool between me and Rudy. Everything's
awesome.
cool.
Awesome. So you mentioned the Marines. Is that where the name Corporal Robinson came along?
Yeah, that's exactly where that came from. I served 4 years in the Marine Corps. When I got out, that's what I was when I got out, was a corporal. And I just stayed with my legit name. My real name's Steve Robinson. And then I went with Corporal Robinson. So I actually stayed with my legit shit, my entire career.
That's awesome. That's so cool, because like a lot of people that read Faygoluvers think I made a fake name, but it's really my last name.
Right. Yeah, it's 100% my real shit.
Yeah.
It's right on my motherfucking license.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So there ain't nothing fake about none of my shit.
Very cool. Well, if you when you look back on the history of Corporal Robinson, we're looking 10, 15 years now. Like what's the best match you ever had? For people to go online, look it up, buy the DVD, whatever, and they want to see the absolute best of Corporal Robinson.
Oh man, it's hard to say, because you got I did a big feud with Sabu in Detroit. And from '99 to 2001, I did. Me and Tony's had some crazy tag matches everywhere in the world. I've won the King of the Death matches twice. Me and Mitch Page had one of the most brutal feuds the whole entire United States.
Hey, that King of the Death match, was that IWA or CZW?
IWA Mid-South King of the Death. I've won it twice.
IWA, and you competed in CZW once or twice, right?
Yep. You see the Tourney of Death, I was in there, and who knows, there's little negotiations going on right now.
Uh-oh, you and Zandig?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Uh-oh, all right, keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's good. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different shit. I've been doing this shit, like I said, 12 years. And I've had a lot of crazy and awesome matches. A lot of matches people still talk about, and hopefully we'll talk about forever already. And I still got a lot of years left, so there's still fucking, like I said, me and Raven can end up being another fucking classic. You never know what's going to happen. Me and Scott Hall's match, that was a fucking honor to wrestle Scott Hall. There's tons of them. I wrestled Chris Candido. I've wrestled every big name you can fucking mention. I've wrestled all them cats. Every one of them in TNA. I've wrestled. Me and Samoa Joe's ripped each other's heads off many times. We're about to do it again in Cleveland in like a month and a half, 2 months.
Dude, I'll be there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude,
So,
I
you know, that right there might go down as JCW World Champ versus TNA World Champ. You know, who knows?
That's a classic right there. Samoa Joe's got skills, dude. That guy's incredible.
Right? You know, he does his shit and I do mine, and when we go at it, it's an instant fucking craziness.
Great. That's awesome. So, speaking of all those guys that you just mentioned, in your entire career history, who's the toughest guy you've ever fought?
I'd probably have to put Necro or Ian at one of the top two. You know, Scott Hall was fresh. You know, but as far as toughness and just being able to take a fucking beating, me, Mitch Page, you know, he was insane. Sabu, Van Dam, that's the names that come right off the top. Pondo. You know, early Pondo, me and Pondo had a lot of early matches that were crazy. That dude can take a big beating. You know, Mr. Insanity, Toby Klein can do it. You know, and don't take away from my boy, Too Tough Tony. You know, me and him stoned down once or twice back in the day. We're always tagging, but he's a tough motherfucker too. And I know people been talking about that match. You know, that possible match one day.
That's a Juggalo dream match where at the end you guys just hug each other and it's all love after you beat the living shit out of each other.
Yeah, who knows? You know, you might one day see a Too Tough Tony versus Corporal Robinson.
You ever?
You know, that'll be a night of fucking. I'm telling you, I don't even know what I'll be thinking going into that match.
You ever had a chance to fight Nick Mondo?
Yeah. I wrestled Nick like 2 or 3 times. Nick Mondo's another tough cat. He's retired now. That's why I forgot about him. But he was a real tough motherfucker.
That one match between Mondo and Zandig at CZW Tournament of Death 2 is one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, no doubt. But you know what I'm saying? That shit could have been done. Never mind. I don't even want to get into all that. But that kid should still be wrestling. You know, if it wasn't for stupid mistakes, he still would be.
Yeah. But, all right, well, moving on a little bit. So a lot of Juggalos want to know, like I got a lot of emails wondering if there's going to be any new JCW merch up on Hatchet Gear.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, the JWOs were up immediately. The new Slam TVs are probably up right now. You know, you'll see me in Tony jerseys or some shit. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. You'll always see JCW flavor mixed in there.
So
that's a guarantee.
So we just came off the devastating-ass Lotus Tour. I mean, incredible Lotus Tour. You were a part of that. You want to address that real quick?
Yeah, Dark Lotus was the bomb. That Dark Lotus Tour was the motherfucking bomb. Every night me and Tony come out, got to kick it with the Juggalos for a little while before Dark Lotus went on. It was just shit, man. It was really much love, too, to all you Juggalos to show me and Tony all that love y'all did. Every city we went to, y'all was the shit. It was a bomb getting to see everybody out there.
Yeah,
hooking ninjas up with a bunch of free shit. That's what was up.
By the way, thanks for that free Boondock sampler you gave me in Columbus.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it's about, man. Just throwing out that free shit.
So, we got the gathering next week, but then... like the tours after that, you know, I mean, there's not a lot of shit coming out. I'm sure everyone's gonna be in the studio. Like, can we look forward to any tours coming this fall?
I tell you what, I'm gonna leave the seminars and all that shit. I'm gonna leave that up to them. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some shit coming out together, and y'all gonna be like, oh shit, and you know, I'm gonna let Jay Shaggy and Twisted and Blaze and ABK and all them guys. I'm gonna let them address all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of know, and it's going to be another exciting year. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's going to be another motherfucking exciting year.
Very cool. Well, I really don't got much else other than, you know, the classic ending interview question of just exactly what's next for Corporal Robinson, other than to get your title back. Obviously, we're going to see that shit because Raven's in trouble.
Yeah, he's in some big-time shit. But you want to know what's next for me?
Yeah, what's next?
Man, I just keep going on. You know, keep taking that shit to another level. You know, keep repping JC Dub, keep repping the Juggalos everywhere worldwide until we got this whole motherfucking nation knowing exactly what's up. You know, in the whole world. You know, we got ninjas everywhere in the world. And I want them to be able to pop in a DVD from somewhere and then be saying, oh yeah, we got some family love. And it might not be JCW show. It might be any independent show. It might be TNA. Who knows? You know, but they'll see me up on that bitch repping that shit. Because you can't hide it on me. I can be tattooed up JC Dub and the Hatchet Man and everything. Even if they make me wear something different, you'll see me throwing up the Lotus or the Wicked Clown sign. You'll be seeing me repping it completely. No doubt.
Yeah, it's cool how every week when you turn on TNA, there's juggalos in the crowd. You see the Hatchet Man, everything.
No doubt. That's what it's about, man. The family love, showing that shit. You can watch WWE, you can watch everything, man. Juggalos are everywhere. And they're going to continue to be everywhere. They're always going to be everywhere. That's what it's about. This shit will go on forever and ever and ever. And there ain't a goddamn thing anybody can do about it.
All right, I got one more personal question I just thought of. So,
All right.
So what's up with the Beach Boys barbecue this year? Is it going to be as fresh as last year?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Hell yeah.
That's right. You know it will, dog.
Beach balls
and
Faygo and everything.
That's right. You know, I'll be flipping them burgers. You know what I'm saying? We'll be throwing it down.
You're going to be stuck on the grill again?
I'm sure. I don't even know yet. But I'm sure if we throw that down, that Beach Boys barbecue, you know, Corporal Tony be masterfully doing the cheeseburgers.
All right, well,
that's all good.
I get a burger this year because I didn't get one last year.
No, all right, well, we'll have to express mail it. You know what I'm saying? If we bring that shit out there in a bag or something, if you're in that bag.
Well, all right, Corb, I'm going to let you roll. I know you got business to take care of, but thanks for coming through, man. It was really cool. And, dude, I mean, like, today is what, Wednesday? Yeah.
Yeah.
About less than a week from now, we'll all be seeing you and kicking it and living it up.
That's what's up, man. I look forward to seeing all you motherfuckers out there. Much fucking clown love for life, y'all.
Hell yeah. All right, later, Corb.
Peace.